Now, when it comes to separators in Java, we have parentheses. Number one is parentheses. These parentheses mainly used in like methods for declaring the argument and the parameters. If I show here these things, let me show in the example. Mm, so let's say we have class test, and inside class. So just write a small program in public void main. Public void main. ERG with this variable name here. Okay. So here you can see here just as information. It's not necessary you have to put ARG. You can put anything you want here. So just keep it ARG here right now. Just let me just say we have let's say we have a method here. Let's say void m1. With m1, then this is how to declare method. So don't worry, I'm going to show you these things. So what I'm going to talk is about these parentheses, right? So this is a parenthesis. These are the separators in Java. So parentheses, for what we are using this parenthesis, we are giving use it for like giving the parameter and argument and all. Here we can give int a like this, then the int and int b and all. So it's used for giving the parameter list. So we have also, then we have this these braces, right? So this braces is used as a to represent the block of code here. Here if I click here, so here, so this is highlighting, right? So whatever inside is a code, so it is representing a block of code. So this braces is mainly useful to represent the brace of a block of code for a class, method, constructor, or it's also used to represent local scope in the variable, local scope in the method, or a block of code in a class. So just know the meaning of these separators is also important. And we have these brackets, and brackets is mainly used for declaration of the array. And we have brackets is like this. Then we have just remove this code. We have bracket, which is for array, which is for array declaration. Or we have this semicolon, which is representing the, which is used for representing the. Yeah, it's working now. Yeah, you have to know these escape sequences in Java because senior programmers and senior developers have very big, painful stories regarding these escape sequences. Like if you, so for the small applications like 10 to 15 lines of code, it is able to identify where we have made the mistake if we miss out like semicolon. But for the big projects, like if you're developing a web application and like if you're developing systems, if you miss out these like small things like these separators like semicolon, then you will have to suffer fixing the code. So I just want to tell you that this you have to know why we are using every bit of the things in Java code, like this parenthesis, braces, bracket, where we are using, why we are using. Then we have this comma, and we are using this comma. I mean this comma. So this is used to separate the variables. Like if you are declaring the variables like int, so a, so you can use int a, you can use comma, then int b and int c. So these kind of things you have to know, like separators. These are separators in Java. So here we are using comma as a separators for variable declaration. We have this period or dot. sorry. So this period is also used for importing of the package, like we are using import java dot lang dot package lang dot star something lang dot star something. So we so this is the application of this period. So just we have five separators in java: the parentheses, braces, then bracket, semicolon, comma, and period. So we have just remember this and the why we are and how to use and where we are using these separators in Java. Okay. So let me clear this and let's come to our presentation here. That's all with the escape sequence. It's enough. I think you just have to remember these five escape sequence in Java. No other escape sequence other than this. Just I mean six escape sequence. Sorry. Now, when it comes to Java comments, now why we have a Java comments? Now, I just want to explain you why we have to write it Java comments when we are doing a Java programming and the development of any application. So now Java comments are nothing but it's just a description of the application logics. So you write a code and you have to give the description of your logics, how it works and where and the flow control flow, how it flows and what it do. So for instance, so let me show here. So so let's say we have class class test. Then let's say we have this time we have a int. We have a return type int void. We have int m1. Then let's say this one. So there will be here. There will be statement statement one stat. I mean not statement. Logics will be here. So logics will be here. So we have to write a comments either here like this. It does like what we have to write, what we have to comment in things. It is mainly for like if you are doing it for edition. So just write addi edition purpose. So just give the a logic description and all those things in the comments. So basically, when it comes to these Java comments, we have three types of Java comments, like single line comments and multi-line comments. Now, single line comments, we use single line comments as this is how we write a single line comments. Now, when it comes to multi-line comments, we use let's just remove this. We use slash slash then star, then we use and you can write, you can write the statement one, then statement yes, there's only no yeah statement statement two. So this is how we write a multi-line comments. This is just an example. Then we have a documentation comment. So how to this mainly for like in this documentation comment, all those things are mainly used in big applications like enterprise applications, banking applications, and all. But it's also like if it's okay if you are using for like small projects and all. Like the syntax is how to write a documentation comment is just we have to do this, then you have to give a star, then I just give this backslash, then star, and inside this just give a star, and then you have to write the statements sta t, I mean the statement one, then sta t, and the statement two. Then maybe there are some other things here. then star statement, n statements will be there. So this is how we are using these Java comments in comments in Java. So basically, we have three types of comments. There is single line comment, then we have multi-line comment, and documentation comment. So that's all with the Java comments. Just you have to know how to, and just you have to know is the syntax of how to give the comment and where we have to use these comments. Okay. Now, that's all with the Java comments. Now, when it comes to this escape sequence, now, what is escape sequence? Now, escape sequence are nothing but any character which is preceded by a backslash. Now, what the compiler will understand is it gives a different meaning. When we are using this backslash, then you are giving the Java compiler a different meaning. So, for example, let me show you here. Let's do one program here, simple program here. Just I want to remove this. And let's say you realize the public. So the way, what is this public and all, I'm going to explain in later classes. Right now it's just an example. So let's say public CLASS class. Then let's say we have always class test, and let's use class test. This is just an example. So let's say PUBLIC public static void main, then let's use string g, then let's just print some string here. System dot out dot print ln. Let's say hello tik. Okay. So let's just save this. Save this. Not hello world. Let's say let's give one name here. Let's give Kashi. Let's save this application. So let me save into Java training. So let's give this name as test dot. This application name is test. I just save it. So for your information, if you are giving for your information, now in any Java programming, so in one class, in one Java file, there should be only one public class. So there will be multiple classes like class CLSS class A, class A, then CLSS class B. So what is class and all those things I'm going to cover in the later class, as I will tell you. So this is just an example. So in one Java file, there should be only one public class. If there is multiple, it's not allowed here like this, public public. So it's not, it will give the compiler will be generate an error if you are using multiple public classes. So in one Java class file, there should be only one public class like here, and you should have just class, and it shouldn't be public class. So just remove this. Is just an example. So if you're giving the class name as a public, then you should save the Java file as what is the class name. It is test.java. So if you're not using this public, then you can give any kind of name. But when you execute, you have to give the class name. So let's say the we have given as a public here, public, and we have public class test, and we have saved this file as test.java. There's not a problem. So let's save it here. So let's try to execute this cmd. So environment setup and all, we are going to show you. Let me let's change the font to 24. It's better. Yeah. My program is in CD, I think Java training, then dir, then CD training. Yeah, test classes here. So let me compile this Java. This is how we compile. The command to compile is compilation is java c test.ja. We just give the java and just you click enter. Now the compilation is done. Now for your information, so maybe I'm going to maybe this how the process like compilation and execution I will keep it at the end. So just now I'm just going to show the example of these escape sequences. Okay, so we have done with the compilation, and we can see here that in this folder where I've saved the Java in here in the training practical here. We have a test.java file here, and as soon as we did this command java c test.java, and then we can see here that there is a class file generated as test.class file, and this is a backup. It's not nothing to worry about it. Worry about this. So here test.class. So maybe I'm going to keep this at the end. I'm going to explain all the process of the execution of the program in Java in the end. So for now, let's just print this. This is the execution. Mm. The command is java t. You have to give the class name. You have the class name as test. So we are printing the shoe on shoe. So therefore, let's just put this. We are here on the escape sequence. So let's just use this escape sequence backslash, right? Backslash. Let's just enter T. So let's say what happens here. So we have to compile it again after editing. Shit. Something went wrong here. Java test.java. Yeah, we have compiled successfully. Now let's execute Java tst. So with the help of this backslash slash t, what we have noticed here is we have inserted a text. We have inserted a tab in the text, right? So we can here in the output we can see there is that one tab is being printed, because in our program here you have. So if you don't use this, and let's see the difference here. So Java compile, compile successfully. Java there's execute. So here there is no tab in the text. So therefore, if we put this slash t, then then compiler is then we are giving the compiler a different meaning if we put this backslash t. So it's giving a tab sequence in the tab sequence in the string. So if we put this backslash, so let's see what happens. We have just saved the application. So let's clear it and let's compile. No, just wrong comment. Java compiled successfully. So let's execute. So here, what we have found is that W has been removed, has been erased. So therefore, with the help of this escape sequence, that is backslash, we are giving a different meaning to the compiler. So I think it's not necessary to show all those things like other escape sequences like slash n. It is used for like new line, and R insert a carriage return in the text, and inserting a carriage return. Then like this is also like printing of this, also used for printing of this single inverted comma, double inverted comma, and backslash. So it is a different meaning in the Java programming. So you can try this if you have Java installed. You just try this because it is important in like application development and all. So let's keep it here like escape sequence. There's nothing. Just you have to remember that if you are using this backslash inside the string, then you are giving a different meaning to the compiler. Okay. So that's all with this escape sequence. So as I've told you, this is just an overview of the Java programming, and details will be covered in the later videos, later tutorials and later trainings. Later trainings.